Hey everybody, welcome to FoundFlix. If you're an American like myself, Thanksgiving is just around the corner. A time to give thanks and to gorge on things like flaming hot Cheetos crusted turkeys. So with that spirit of giving in mind, I present to you the most blessed gift of all. The Thanksgiving-themed horror movie ThanksKilling, featuring a possessed turkey appropriately named Turkey, who was cursed by Indians to get revenge on white people for taking their land. Yep, a possessed 500-year-old turkey that can somehow use its little turkey limbs to kill people and drive cars, but can also talk, spouting horrifically cheesy one-liners non-stop.
Now that's what I call foul play. I'm gonna drink your blood like cranberry sauce, meanie.
This extremely low-budget film from 2009 is two things first and foremost: fucking ridiculous and insanely stupid. I'm not so sure if I could classify it as so bad it's good, because the filmmakers clearly tried to make the movie bad, which is a key difference. Usually for me, something like Birdemic or The Room fits more into that kind of category, where the filmmaker's ineptitude and inexperience creates that so bad it's good feeling, rather than say Sharknado, which revels in its inherent stupidity by design. So for ThanksKilling, it's kinda so bad it's bad. Just bad. But there is a charm in the movie and its sheer ridiculousness that has to be seen to be believed. Made by college students over a summer break in 11 days with a measly production budget of $3,500, boasting shoddy production values on all fronts as well as horrible writing and acting, and even with a runtime clocking in at just over an hour, feels like it lasts an eternity. But again, all of that is just part of what makes this movie such a special viewing experience. And you have to truly appreciate the sheer gusto of the filmmakers behind it and their completely insane choices. Just to let you know exactly what kind of movie we're dealing with here, the poster declares triumphantly that there is nudity in the first 5 seconds of the film, and it holds true to this promise. After some brief on-screen text, our first shot of the movie is a close-up on a set of boobs, revealing that it is a pilgrim woman being chased by the turkey. Our first shot of the movie! Who starts a movie like that? Just boobs. And wouldn't it be extremely easy to take a moment to simply adjust her top a bit to cover up? But with this movie, the truth is, it's just better to not question anything and just go with it. I guess the idea is to be able to sell the movie for having nudity in it, and it does kick off the movie with a very specific tone. And hilariously, this is the only nudity in the film. This random pilgrim lady running around the forest who gets axed by the killer turkey. And according to the credits, this actress's name is Wanda Lust. Wonder where they cast her from. Then we kick forward 500 years later, introduced to our cast of college student characters. Sure, yeah, that guy's a college student, 35-year-old college student, sure. They're all your standard cast of horror tropes who never approach acting or talking like a real human being in any way whatsoever, including the jock, the nerd, the nice one, the skanky one, and the fat one, who is more excited about Thanksgiving break than anyone should ever be. Isn't it like 2 days off? Doesn't seem worth tearing up a shirt in excitement over. But it seems to be a big deal to all of these kids, not just the fat one, as the nerd starts going nuts while they're on their way to party, high on the thrill of Thanksgiving break.
I'm gonna be the one doing the sexing! Yeah.
Good for you, buddy. I'm sure that'll happen. It is Thanksgiving break! When their car breaks down, the group decides to camp out and have some fun. But after the nerd sees a sign reading Crawburg, realizes they've stumbled upon an area of evil. The nerd details the story to the group of the killer turkey who returns every 505 years to kill. And guess what? In 45 minutes, it will be exactly 505 years. And after a dog pees on the turkey's grave, it is resurrected, back for more vengeance on Whitey. And I do like that when this forest guy first comes across the turkey who killed his dog, the two have a little conversation. The man isn't even like, "What the fuck, a talking turkey? What's going on here?" He's just like, "Hey turkey guy, what are you doing?" From here, the turkey heads into town after the kids hijacking a car somehow. Again, just don't question it. He can drive, it's fine. You know, one thing I love in a good movie is some real deeply human emotional drama. And luckily, ThanksKilling provides this as well. When the jock heads home, we see that all is not well at Johnny's house. Ever since he was made second string quarterback, his dad won't even talk to him. out of shame and embarrassment for his obviously loser son. Second string, you disgust me. See what I'm saying? This is some real drama and emotions at play here. It's like Shakespeare up in here. And all it takes to turn it all around is for Johnny to tell his dad that he made it back to being the star quarterback, just like he wanted, immediately mending their crippling rift, and Pops shaking his son's hand, calling him the best he could ever have.
I love you, Dad. You're the best son anyone could ask for.
Wow, what a real cathartic emotional moment for these two, but it is tragically cut short by the turkey appearing, cutting off his dad's head, and tossing it to Johnny along with the one-liner, Natch.
Go team, Johnny.
After this, Johnny informs the others about what happened, but Allie, the skanky one, isn't there, so she doesn't know anything about the murderous turkey on the loose. Uh-oh! And when they try to call her, she's preoccupied. With this sequence, the movie really crosses a line into a much more deranged and uncomfortable direction. And you know what? I think it's best if you just see it for yourself if you're brave enough to watch the movie. Because, whew, it is super awkward. And best experienced being as surprised as I was the first time I saw the movie go there. Let's just say after what happens, Allie will never think of stuffing the same way again. And move on, shall we? Because if you thought the movie had reached peak stupidity at this point, you don't know ThanksKilling. Searching after the kids, Turkey shows up at the sheriff's house in disguise with a cheap set of Groucho glasses. And the sheriff, ready for the big police Thanksgiving gala thing, is dressed in a turkey costume. What's so ridiculous is the sheriff doesn't realize the turkey is a turkey because of the glasses, thinking he is just a tiny person.
Well, hello there, little buddy.
And invites the turkey in for a cup of coffee and some conversation. It is some seriously silly shit. It's like, you gotta be kidding me. I know it's stupid on purpose here, and that's again that weird line of reality that the movie plays with constantly. It knows it's stupid. And the movie takes this idea even further. After Turkey kills the sheriff, he dons a crude mask of the sheriff's face, wearing it over his own. And once again, when the kids see him, they also have no idea that it's the turkey. It's so stupid. But I gotta say, also pretty funny. However, our next victim of Turkey is possibly the best, most memorable sequence in the film. The fat one winds up separated from the others, wandering the streets most likely looking for snacks. And what do you know? A ghostly cartoon turkey appears on the ground nearby, and Billy just can't help himself engulfing the turkey. But to be fair, that does look pretty delicious. Yet somehow him eating the cartoon turkey made the real turkey appear inside of him, which burst out of his stomach, delivering another choice one-liner.
Gobble gobble, motherfucker.
Yes, please. I already like the complete stupidity of Billy's death here, but when the others find him, we get the most random and amusing part of the movie. Once the nerd comes across Billy's body, he is so distraught over losing what is apparently his best friend in the world, and the nerd gets more and more upset over Billy's death, screaming out, and it just keeps going.
Billy, I love you. You're my friend. I've never had anybody come into my life like you, Billy.
But as usual, that's not enough for ThanksKilling, and we are taken to a fantasy montage of Billy and the nerd being super best pals, eating ice cream, playing hide and seek, and all set to a goofy song about them being friends and Billy being killed. It's like, what the hell is going on? Why is this even in the movie?
That best friend, Billy, why did you have to leave me, Billy?
But I'm glad it is. It's completely ridiculous and comes out of nowhere. And this is one time in the movie that the sheer randomness actually works, because this part is actually kind of funny. And it's slightly impressive because this part is the best blend of being stupid like the rest of the movie, but also being funny in execution. Eventually, the remaining kids figure out how to kill the turkey, tracking him down to his teepee. Yes, it lives in a teepee, of course it does. They recite some ritual or whatever bullshit, and just as they are about to burn him as required to kill it, the turkey almost escapes. But the random woodsman guy shoots it, leaving it in a conveniently located barrel of biohazard waste. They think it's all over, but the turkey emerges from the waste, now glowing green, killing the nerd, ripping his tongue out. And I gotta say, the gore actually looks pretty good here considering the budget. And as the nerd dies, sees Billy again, beckoning him to heaven. I still don't understand how these two are friends, but whatever. And Turkey gets our old man Jock as well, stabbing him in the chest with an electric knife. Now it's all up to Kristen, who manages to take out the turkey, first with a makeshift flamethrower, and then batting it into a pile of sticks, lighting it on fire. And as Turkey is engulfed in flames, he vows revenge, saying he will be back. And lucky for us, there is a sequel to the film that continues Turkey's wacky adventures in ThanksKilling 3. No, there isn't a part 2. Calling the sequel part 3 is part of the joke. Oh, those guys. As you can see, ThanksKilling is quite an insane romp, and unlike any other movie out there. It isn't actually good or anything like that, but it is worth popping on this holiday if you're looking for something to watch with the whole family. Wait, actually that's a terrible idea. If you showed this movie to your family, they'd probably think something was horribly wrong with you. But if you want to check it out, ThanksKilling and its sequel are available right now on Hulu. So maybe I should do the sequel next year. What did you guys think of ThanksKilling? Is it good bad or just bad bad? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow. Thanks for watching FoundFlix. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.